Hey guys, it's Mason. A lot of people have been asking me recently, how do I buy Bitcoin? And so I thought I would make a YouTube video, throw it up there, and everyone will have a resource to go to figure out the steps that I would take personally to go buy Bitcoin. I'm hoping to throw in a little bit of tips and tricks along the way so that you guys can learn from the mistakes that I've made in the past and not repeat them. So let's go ahead and jump right in. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make an account on a site called Coinbase. So I'm going to go and walk you through all the steps that you need to sign up on the website, as well as get yourself verified so you can actually buy Bitcoin. So you're going to start by just clicking the sign up button and starting to type your information in. One thing that I will point out here is that it's really important on sites like this to make sure that you have a strong password and not just one that says weak here. The reason is this is your personal finances, not just your Facebook, and having a strong password is going to make your account a little bit more secure. But there's also a few other things that we're going to do along the way to make sure that it's really secure, so follow along and we'll get there. So go ahead and click the create account once you're done typing in your information. They're going to send you a verification email. This is pretty standard stuff, but if you're not used to it, email is going to look something like this. Just go ahead and click verify email address once you've pulled it up in your email, and then it'll take you to this page. You're going to want to sign up as an individual unless you're trying to do this as a business, but I'm not going to cover that in this video. Click next. It's going to want your phone number as well. This is important for the first step of two-factor authentication, but we're going to use something else called the Google Authenticator in the next step. So once you receive that text message, it's going to pop up on your phone. It'll look something like this. Just type in the code that they sent you and then click verify phone number. So the next step that we're going to take is going to be to attach your bank account to your Coinbase account. Now, if you're familiar with how to log into your bank account online, this process is going to be a lot easier for you because you can use those same credentials to attach your bank account to your Coinbase account. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to see if your bank account is on this giant list of bank accounts that they have on Coinbase. And if it is, just choose that one, click next, and type in those same credentials that you would use to log into your account. If your bank isn't on this list, you're going to have to choose other bank, and you're going to have to go through the process of typing in your routing number and your account number to start the verification process. Once you're done with that, they're going to make 2 small deposits into your bank account for $1 and some change. Your task is going to be to find those 2 deposits using your bank software, and then to type in the 2 numbers that they sent you. This is to verify that the account is in fact yours and it's not somebody else's bank account. The idea here being that only you would be able to check on the actual numbers that they sent to your bank. Now I will say, if you made your account less than 24 hours ago, there's a chance that you're getting an error message. I think it's because Coinbase has some sort of spam prevention where they don't want bots making too many accounts. So what they do is they stop people from attaching a bank account for 24 hours after they create their Coinbase account. This has been my experience with the platform. Coinbase has not made an official statement on this regarding whether it may be just a bug in the account creation process or some sort of spam prevention feature. Either way, try not to worry about it if you're getting that error message. Just wait 24 hours and try it again. It should work fine. Once you've gone ahead and verified your bank, the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to your settings in Coinbase. In your settings, you're going to want to go to security. This is where we're going to enable that authenticator I was talking about earlier. What this is it's a little authenticator application that allows you, when logging in, to have a second factor of authentication to prove that it's actually you logging into your account and not somebody else who might have gotten your username and password through some illicit means such as a phishing site. It's much harder to get into somebody's account if they have 2 factors of authentication than 1. And so Coinbase almost requires this of you. They do so through the SMS, but I actually prefer the authenticator because I think it's a little bit safer. So you're going to have to verify your SMS one more time. It's just the same text message process we just did, and then you'll get to this screen. You're going to want to go to the Google App Store and install an application called Google Authenticator. It looks like this. Once it's downloaded, you'll be presented with another screen. This looks like this blank screen right here. And you're going to want to click that little plus button in the top right corner that I have highlighted with a red circle. Once you've clicked that, point your camera at the QR code that's on the screen, and it should fill in with a number that looks something like this. Now, mine says Bittrex because I use this for Bittrex, but it will actually say something like Coinbase and then your email or maybe something else. Either way, the number should look really similar, 6 digits like this. It's either going to be blue or red. If it's red, that means it's about to expire, and that's actually how this is so safe and secure of a means to log in, is because these codes expire every 30 seconds or so. So you're going to want to use a blue one, because if it's red, it might expire while you're trying to type it in. But it's actually not that hard to use once you get used to it. So go ahead and type the code in, click enable, and then you should see that your new two-factor authentication method says authenticator instead of SMS. Once that's done, I'd say the next thing you want to do is you want to try to increase your limits. And so what they're going to want to do is they're going to want to ID verify you. This is to know who's using their platform. If they're moving large amounts of money, they have know your customer laws. And so they have to know who's buying and selling large amounts of Bitcoin on their platform. So I highly recommend just going in here, choosing the upload option, and going in and uploading the front and back of your ID. Now, I'm not going to do that on here because I don't really want to upload my ID to the internet, and I've already done this process before, but hopefully that kind of shows you guys how to do that. Again, most of this stuff isn't harder than anything you've done on Facebook or another social networking site. It's just that when you're first getting into this, it can be a little confusing knowing where to go and what to click on. Once you have your ID verified and your bank account all set up, you're actually ready to buy Bitcoin right away. If you want to, you can select in your payment method box drop-down your bank account and then type in the amount of US dollars that you want to spend on Bitcoin, and you're ready to buy it right there just by clicking buy Bitcoin. However, I'd like to show you this way, which is where you deposit money into your USD wallet first. You wait 4 to 5 days for the money to actually be deposited in your account, which is the same amount of time that you would wait if you wanted to buy Bitcoin anyway, because you'd buy it and they'd take 4 to 5 days to make sure that the money shows up to purchase it. But now we're able to use Coinbase's sister site, GDAX, to buy our Bitcoin. And what I'm about to show you is that it's actually cheaper, and you'll save some money buying Bitcoin if you go through GDAX instead of going through Coinbase. So let's pull up the GDAX website, and you can see this is why I don't usually recommend GDAX right away, is because Coinbase is much more user-friendly. But for buying the actual Bitcoin, you're going to want to get the best price possible, because the reason you're likely buying Bitcoin is that you're buying it as an investment. And if you're buying something as an investment, you want to get the best price for your investment as possible. I'm going to show you an example here with 100 US dollars. First, we'll try buying on Coinbase with 100 US dollars. And you'll see that it says we're going to purchase 0.01469 Bitcoin. Now, if we go into GDAX and we try to buy that same $100 worth of Bitcoin, we get 0.01518. So you can see already that you're getting a lot more Bitcoin. And that's because if you look at the market price here, it's 65.76, but back on Coinbase, it's 66.02. That's almost $30 more per Bitcoin. And that's not even including the fee that Coinbase is going to charge you to purchase that Bitcoin. You can see that there's a fee of $3 on this transaction as well. So why is Coinbase charging you so much more than GDAX? That's because GDAX is actually a marketplace where people buy and sell Bitcoin, and Coinbase is just acting as a buyer on your behalf. They take your money, they go to the marketplace, and then they use your money to buy on the marketplace. And in order to guarantee that they can get the price that they promise you, they have to price it a little bit higher than what the going rate on the market is. At the end of the day, it's you, the consumer, who's getting hurt by this method of purchasing. However, it is extremely convenient. So if you're looking to purchase with a credit card or just straight from your bank without going through the hassle of this deposit process that I'm talking about, you will have an easier time buying your Bitcoin on Coinbase. However, you're going to save some money if you do it this GDAX way. Now let's go ahead and actually make a transaction. The first thing that we're going to need to do is we're going to need to deposit the money from our Coinbase account into the GDAX account. So you can click here on Coinbase account. You can type in the amount that you want to deposit. Let's go ahead and type in $200. And then we're going to click deposit funds. The deposit process is almost instantaneous. Now that you can see your balance of 200 US dollars in the top left corner, it's time to actually make the transaction official by placing a market order. I always suggest that beginners place market orders first. It's the easiest way to buy Bitcoin. All you have to do is make sure buy is selected, type in the amount that you'd like to buy, and then click place by order. Once you place the order, it shows up in your open orders. You can see the price that it was filled at, the size of the order, how much was filled, the fee that they charged you, which is much smaller than Coinbase's, and the time that it was executed at. And now you own some Bitcoin. And you'll see in the top left corner that the Bitcoin is already up there. You can transfer this back to your Coinbase, you can leave it in here, or I'm going to do a video in the future which is going to show you the safest way to store your Bitcoin. And that's really it, guys. Now you should know how to sign up on Coinbase, how to deposit funds into Coinbase, be able to transfer it over to GDAX to get the best pricing on your Bitcoin, and then actually go through the process of buying it.